The sakura, or cherry blossoms, are out in full force right now, and that is a very happy sight. Our office location in Akasaka is a good one because the streets around here are full of trees in full bloom, and it really is a magic time to be in Japan. If you haven't experienced it yet, come and do so. Today we are talking about if we want to make a sale, we had better be talking value rather than getting dragged down into the mud and blood of pricing discussions. Great, you might be thinking. Just how do we do that? There are some key factors which guarantee we will be having the correctly focused sales conversation with the buyer, and that is what we will reveal today. And it will be revealed very shortly. Welcome back to this weekly edition every Tuesday of the Cutting Edge Japan Business Show. I'm your host, Dr. Greg Story, President of Dale Carnegie Training Japan and best-selling author of Japan Sales Mastery. We are bringing the show to you from our High Performance Center in Akasaka, in Minato-ku, the business center of Tokyo. Why the cutting edge? In this show, we are looking at the critical areas for success in business in Japan. We want to be able to advance everyone's thinking, so we'll be at the forefront, the cutting edge of how to flourish here in this market. Before we get into this week's topic, here is what caught my attention lately. According to a Pew Research Center survey, Japan occupies third place amongst countries most willing to accept immigrants. 23% said the country should bring in immigrants. Only 13% wanted the number of immigrants reduced. This was the lowest percentage amongst the 27 nations surveyed. 58% said they wanted the status quo maintained. In other news, market leader Yamato Holdings has agreed to jointly develop an unmanned cargo aircraft with Bell Helicopter. Textron aimed at launching a flying truck by mid-2020. The company expects the flying vehicle will carry cargo weighing up to 453 kilograms, traveling at a speed of 160 kilometers per hour. That's a big unit. It'll be able to take off and land vertically and cruise horizontally. Finally, the home delivery business saw 4.2 billion items delivered in 2017. 5 years ago, the number was 3.6 billion. Japan's chronic labour shortage means that delivery firms are struggling to find staff. From April, a new law will restrict the amount of overtime a worker can do to a maximum of 720 hours a year or 60 hours a month. The delivery industry will have 960 hours or 80 hours a month to cope with the home delivery demand. This is episode number 74, and we are talking about value understanding in sales. それでは行きましょう. So let's get going. Price is always a big issue for salespeople. Sales managers know that salespeople are very happy to drop the price because they see this as the easy route forward with the client. Whenever there is a price increase, salespeople immediately whine about it because they see this as making their life more difficult. They are permanently happy to discount in order to win the business, even when their commissions are tied to the size of the sale. The problem is they are totally focused on the wrong thing. What they should be focused on is not pricing. I was talking with a seasoned Japanese salesperson at an event, and I asked, happened to be him, how he personally dealt with the objection, your price is too high. This is one of the most common objections in sales, and I was looking forward to getting some new ideas on how to deal with this one. His answer was shocking. Instead, he always drops the price by 20% when the buyer pushes back on price. There are so many things wrong with this approach. Price and value are separate entities, and talking about price and not value is bound to get you into a death spiral of price discounting. The secret is to never forget. In the pricing discussion, you have got to hone in on the value to the buyer so they accept your price. Well, how do we do that? Salespeople need to do a better job of listening to their clients to really deeply understand what that business needs to succeed. Having a fixation on price discounting by the buyer doesn't deliver the answer if the solution is incorrect or flawed. A cheap but bad solution is still bad. Salespeople need to get the right mental acuity rather than carrying around a bunch of screaming monkeys in their head all the time, fighting about price, commission, size, boss anger, mortgage payments, personal status, when the new car will be there to buy. They should be 100% concentrate on the client's problems, not their own. Given the way to the client's price agreement is through listening, just what should salespeople be listening for? Counterintuitively, certainly not what the client decides to talk about. The client isn't there to do all the hard lifting and run the sales meeting. They are perfectly allowed to take the sales conversation and willy-nilly wander around all over the place. That is their prerogative as the buyer. The salesperson's responsibility, however, is to ask intelligent questions which will uncover the client's needs. They need to keep the sales conversation on track. That means find out the needs, deal with any concerns or hesitations, and then get the buyer's agreement to do business together. Rather than going into a discussion about what price they can get the client to agree to, salespeople would also do much better to join the conversation going on in the mind of the buyer. The customer has goals and aspirations. Our job is to help them to be realised. In their success lies our own success. In fact, the cost of our product or service is free to the client. It's free because it's paid for out of the additional growth we bring to the client's business or the efficiencies we render, rather than a subtraction from what they have today. Clients see us as a cost, and we have to reframe that idea to one of three things. We need to show how we can increase revenue or reduce costs or increase market share, or if we are geniuses, all three. How do we do that? Find out more when we come back from the break. If you want to sell more and do it more easily, do the Sales Advantage course. If you can't build trust, no sale. Can't design excellent questions to understand the client's needs, no sale. Can't present the solution convincingly, no sale. Can't handle objections properly, no sale. Can't close, no sale. Master the sales process by doing the Sales Advantage course now in either Japanese or English. The bestseller, Japan Sales Mastery, is the new Bible of selling in Japan. To sell to Japanese buyers, you need to create long-term partner-level trust, fully understand Japanese buyers' real needs, convince buyers with your solutions, overcome their hesitation, fear, and doubt, know how to ask for the order, ensure repeat orders. This book is the product of 30 plus years in the trenches selling in Japan. Order Japan Sales Mastery now. Welcome back. We have to shift gears. When you think in terms of paying for your contribution from the increase in revenue or cost savings for the client, then your whole mental framework shifts, and so does the conversation. A focus on repeat orders rather than this one transaction is also a powerful mindset shift for salespeople when engaging with clients. There may be occasions where this transaction is a one-shot wonder, but really, we want to build relationships with clients which last. Such relationships are totally based around the amount of trust which has been created. Thinking only about yourself isn't going to make that trust engagement happen anytime soon. The salesperson's kokoro gamai, or true intention, is the key. Who are they really serving? Themselves or the client? The pressure for results, to make budget, to hit the target, drives salespeople to short-term thinking. Clients are not stupid. They can smell desperation or comprehend sales push very quickly. This is a great aphorism. Everybody loves to buy, but nobody likes to be sold. Precisely. We want to be shown the value of giving up our currently available cash flow to build a better future. We don't want to be pressured by salespeople driven by their own selfish needs to hand over our security. So, how do we get the salespeople better able to have the proper approach to clients? In lieu of no existing sales philosophy at all, salespeople will generally posit their own version, and often this is a highly selfish one. So we need to set down what is our attitude to our clients and how we do business around here. We need to explain we are building lifetime client value, our brand, our reputation, and we are playing the long game. Salespeople need to have this repeated to them endlessly. Sales managers may think a couple of doses of this philosophy will do the trick. Well, it won't. We have to hammer on about this all the time to drive the idea into salespeople's minds and souls. Value is in the eye of the client, not what we imagine it to be. To really accurately grasp what constitutes value, we need to fully understand the client's business, their challenges, their goals, and where we can be the greatest help to them to realise their goals. The only way to find that out is to ask intelligent, well-designed questions. If all you are doing is turning up and pitching, then good luck with that, because you will fail and fail and fail and fail, and keep doing it with mesmerising regularity. Time to get behind value conversations that preempt any pricing discussion. The Cutting Edge Japan Business Show is here to help you succeed in Japan. Subscribe on YouTube, share it with your family, friends, and colleagues. Become a regular. Thank you for watching this episode, and remember to hit the subscribe button. Our website details are on screen now, enjapan.dalecarnegie.com. Awesome value, so check it out. Please leave me some feedback on YouTube. I would love to know how this show helped and what other topics you are interested in for me to cover. Remember, I am here as a free resource to help you. So just tell me how I can help you best. In episode 75, we are talking about war declared on soft skills in Japan. Find out more about that next week. So, yoroshiku onegai itashimasu. Please join me for the next episode of the Cutting Edge Japan Business Show. We are here to help you, and we've only got one direction in mind for you and your business, and that is up.